Good morning and welcome to Sports at Sunrise, where you get your morning sports opinions. I'm Caleb. Let's geek. Excuse me, how are you this morning, geek?
I'm okay. Apparently, I have weird internet outages, so sorry if Caleb ends up doing part of or most of this alone. That's not the plan, but
So I have the button ready to click to go to the screen that gets it
be
survivable.
just you.
I ready.
That's good because apparently this was planned and won't be done being bullshit until 3 a.m.
Oh, fun. Um,
Yeah.
Basketball. Yet again, Joel Embiid ducked Jokic.
No,
Yeah.
no, he just didn't want to play on the same court with him. That's different.
That's the ninth straight game the 76ers and Nuggets were supposed to play with. Has been Joel Embiid being the one injured.
Well, I mean, have we considered that Joel Embiid's just injured a lot?
Well, people considered that originally. After game 6, though, when it consistently being this also could just be the game Embiid rests, stopped being that. Embiid had his one great game against Jokic and was like, cut, this is what I'm going to be remembered for. Not realizing people were going to remember the 9 missed games afterwards.
Fair.
But Jokic also did have his lowest point performance of the year with only 14 points last night, because the Nuggets decided to win by 30. And Jokic played
Yeah,
a
but
solid. Oh, sorry, he had 8 points and he only played a solid 25 minutes.
can only get 8 points in 25 minutes. I
Yes,
remember when Tracy McGrady got 13 in 30 seconds. Some people's goats are better than others.
Jokic also had 14 assists.
Don't care.
Boo.
Jokic also had a really funny clip where he was getting mad about getting fouled, so he just hugged Andre Drummond for an entire series. That was really funny.
Drummond was laughing. I like Drummond. And I mean, look, if they would have called the foul, at least Drummond's not making the free throw.
True.
Some other marquee performances: the Hawks had the Magic City night canceled, so they put some Magic in Orlando against the Magic. Where Nikhil Alexander had 41, they got a triple double out of Jalen Johnson, and just everyone played well, which puts them at 10 straight wins.
No,
Yes,
I don't accept 10 straight wins.
the Warriors won off of Kristaps Porzingis dropping 30 the other night.
What is it, 2016 again?
Apparently. We had a 40-point duel between Booker and Jaylen Brown, which Jaylen Brown won. The other key moments is Shea had 40, Paulo had 32. Dirk had 36 and 12, which is disgusting. And,
True.
God damn it, I can't make fun of Anthony Edwards not playing well. And they still won without Anthony Edwards. Oh, I
Yeah.
found something different I can make fun of. Rudy Gobert's the reason the Timberwolves beat the Suns.
I don't think that's true.
9 points, 19 rebounds, 4 blocks, 8 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's ignore Bones Highland's 22 points.
Well, because it's Bones Highland. Who likes Bones Highland? Let's no. What we're gonna not ignore is the 0 for 8 performance from Dante DiVincenzo. I swear, every single time I open a Timberwolves box score, this man does not make a shot.
Wait, who doesn't?
Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh, yeah, no, that guy sucks.
Like, I have never. I have. He shoots 41. What's his 3-point percentage? He does not shoot 40% from 3. I refuse to believe it. Anytime I opened a game he played in, he did not make a 3.
Yeah, because Dante is bad most of the time.
This is disgusting. Anyways, football. Justin Fields has been traded to Kansas City.
I did not know that.
Yep.
What?
Justin Fields is a Chief, and I like the move.
Honestly, yeah, because I think Fields should be able to. Obviously, he can't be Mahomes, but
No.
can he keep the Chiefs afloat for 8 weeks?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, good enough. Can he go 3-4?
Fields was not the issue in New York last year. Fields, some of those games found a way to make them look decent and willed them in some games. Will he be, if Mahomes is not playing, will he give the Chiefs Super Bowl chances? No. Can he get to week 10, maybe be sitting at 500 or not be anything other than 0-10, and Mahomes coming back gives you playoff hopes? Yes. So I love that move. In worst case, you have a guy who's a backup who actually can play quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. And, like, genuinely, though, I think, let's say it's 10 weeks and the Chiefs get a bye week in the first 10, right?
Yeah.
Can Fields get you to, at minimum, can you be 3-6 when Mahomes comes back? I know that seems really low, but can Mahomes win 7 games in a row? Absolutely. So, like, can Fields win you 3 games? Absolutely. Yes. Can Fields maybe get you above 500? Yeah. Like, possibly. You've got Andy Reid's coaching. You've got, hopefully, Fields still being able to run. And if you're the Chiefs, you're hoping the defense is good, so Fields doesn't have to do that much anyways. This could be really good for him. Fields may end up just being a backup for the rest of his career, but still cool.
He will not have an issue when it comes to having a job.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, someone will take him as a backup.
Absolutely.
And I will say this as a Broncos fan. I would take Justin Fields as my backup in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Because that's still a half starter. Darius Slay has officially retired.
Yes, sir.
Shocker. We knew this was coming.
He still wants to be an Eagle, though.
Mm-hmm. Punter news. The Panthers extend Sam Martin.
Yeah. Who cares? Better punter news.
The Van Jefferson. The van is in Washington. I'm hitting all the news.
I know, the order's just funny, because you also skipped Wyatt Teller to the Texans.
It was not up. It wasn't there on the early tweets yet.
Oh, I'm on Ian Rappaport's tweets. That's why things are off.
Yeah, I'm on Ari.
Gotcha.
That's why. Because it goes this. Why did a bunch of tweets just randomly now pop up on Ari's?
Because why not?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I'm going to go this list, I guess, now. Christian Kirk to the 49ers. Billings, Cardinals. Wyatt Teller, Texans is a great move.
Yeah, they needed another guard. So him and Ed Ingram, that's certainly an offensive line.
Yeah, one of them is both solid guards. If only they had a all-pro left tackle too.
Yeah, I wonder where they could get one of those.
Right? You know, think if you had 2 solid guards and an all-pro left tackle who's going to give you really high-level football, only a dumb team would give away someone like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hollywood is an Eagle. Solid move.
Wait, where did Hollywood go?
Philly.
Oh. Yeah, dude, AJ Brown's getting traded. I don't know where to at this point because of something we'll talk about later.
Patriot.
But AJ Brown's getting traded. Do the Patriots still have money?
Yes.
Because they paid a bad receiver a lot of money?
Patriots have the not paying a QB money.
That's fair, but they keep paying big price tags to bad players. But yeah, bigger punter news. Johnny Hecker's a Viking.
Yes. I love the move. I love Johnny Hecker.
Such an improvement over Ryan Wright. I don't care that Ryan Wright has a slightly bigger leg. That doesn't matter. I'm sorry, what?
What?
AJ Brown trade rumors involve the Eagles. This is the AI overview, just so you know. Potentially dealing the star wide receiver to the New England Patriots or the Los Angeles Rams. Dog, Puka, Devontae Adams, and AJ Brown.
The Rams have been a serious thing.
That's crazy.
Okay, but it is such a Sean McVay thing to do.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Oh, shit. Matt, this is our last year with you? You have no excuse not to go win another MVP. That'd be buying in, and they'd be the second on my Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah, who would be first?
Who would be first, you'd ask?
Oh my God. Bro's about to say the most outlandish shit.
The team with the best defense in the NFL. The team
Debatably.
with a top 10 quarterback.
Untrue.
A team with a top 12 running back when he is healthy. It's a big win.
Sure.
A team with a true number one receiver. A true number one receiver, but not an elite number one receiver. I will not play both sides.
Sure.
A guy who will now be seen as a very, very good receiver too, with a guy who they just traded for.
Sure.
A really good O-line.
Huh.
And a new play caller who will give us energy on offense.
You hope. Or he'll suck.
The Broncos, who now have Jalen Waddle.
If your quarterback is Bo Nix, you cannot be a Super Bowl favorite. Also, the thing Jalen Waddle is good at is the thing Bo Nix can't do. If I can see that man not overthrow a deep shot one time, I'll believe in him.
Playoff game against the Bills to Marvin Mims. First play of the game to Troy Franklin 2 years ago in Buffalo. Cincinnati game to Marvin Mims before we lost.
That wasn't a deep shot. It was 20 yards. That's not what I'm calling deep shot.
Bo Nix 2 years ago had the farthest air yards throw in the NFL.
Whoop-de-doo. And almost every single one of those plays has involved his receiver having to dive to make the play because he's never hit a receiver in stride in his career. And that's not changing coming off a broken ankle.
Do you know what I'm going to say? Do you know what makes throwing a deep ball a lot easier and not overthrowing your receiver?
Marvin Mims is just as fast as Jalen Waddle.
No, he ain't.
Dog, 4.29 and 4.31 are the same fucking thing.
Nope. You know why?
Why?
One digit
That's
is
a
the
bigger
same.
narrative.
That too. 4 and 4 is even. 2 is smaller than 3. And 9 is smaller than 1 in this instance because you have to go past 0.
That actually hurt your own argument.
Yes, I couldn't have an explanation for 9 the more I thought about it.
But no, is this a good move for Denver? Sure. I don't get this idea that receiver was your biggest problem. Your biggest problem was that Sean Payton's a fucking moron as a head coach. Why was Marvin Mims not playing receiver? Why did he get no targets? Marvin Mims is not bad enough to demand that you go trade 3 draft picks to get a wide receiver 2 or 1 now that has averaged less than 1,000 yards a season in his career because he can't stay healthy on a team that already had a problem staying healthy. And again, a wide receiver who Like, genuinely, genuinely believe this. Maybe not as a locker room guy, but as a fit on the field wise, AJ Brown was the better move. He makes more sense for how Bo Nix plays football. You just added second Marvin Mims.
I will respectfully disagree.
Okay.
For multiple reasons.
Okay.
One, especially if AJ Brown is asking price is a first. I would much rather give a first, a late third, and a late fourth for Jalen Waddle in fourth.
Why?
24. Contracts are similar after cap hits.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar. You get a guy who's not going to give you a headache after 1 year over targets.
Sure.
Which is huge. I mean, I would much rather... I didn't want AJ Brown. I didn't think Waddle was realistic anymore after we didn't get him in the trade deadline.
Fair.
I think adding Waddle is going to be a lot more of a game changer than I think you realize. Or I'm buying into the Davis Webb hype more than I should.
I think that a little bit. The dude has never coached football at a level that matters. He was a quarterback's coach a year ago. Now you've handed over play calling to him. Do we have any clue how he calls plays? No.
Yes, we do.
Do we have any clue if he understands football? No.
He was our play caller all through preseason. Granted, it's preseason.
Right. His offense looked mediocre against...
he made Jarrett Stidham look like a very capable starting quarterback in preseason.
Okay. Can I give you a list of guys who have looked at like capable starting quarterbacks in the preseason, starting with Broncos legend Kyle Sloter.
Whoa! Okay, timeout. I will accept slander on a lot of quarterbacks' names.
This wasn't slander. This is saying just because a coach can make you look good in preseason when a defense is not running at a high school level defense.
That is slander towards Kyle Sloter. I cried when we cut Kyle Sloter.
Yeah, and then he ended up as a Viking, and now he's ended up as a weirdo. It's fine.
I loved Sloter when he was here.
Yeah, and he was awesome as a Viking, too. That doesn't change what I'm saying. Real is real. You know who else looked like a starter in the preseason? Matt Corral. You know who else looked like a starter in the preseason? Literally every quarterback who's ever played preseason football. Like, I just because a coach can make Jarrett Stidham look good against backups who are running high school level defenses doesn't move me. I could make Jarrett Stidham look good against those defenses. Like, that's a crazy bit of hype to buy into.
What I will also say on Davis Webb, and this is the biggest thing. In preseason, I actually saw Evan Ingram routes called for him.
Sure.
I did not see that one time in the regular season with Sean Payton.
I mean, sure. But
don't show that.
I don't know.
You know.
No,
also.
Here's my thing. I've been told my entire life that Sean Payton is one of the greatest offensive minds to ever exist. It's untrue, and everyone who's ever thought that is a moron, but we're not going to get into that. But so it's either one or the other. Either he's an offensive genius or he sucked, and it can't flip-flop all the time. And it feels like it flip-flops all the time.
Here's my honest answer that I'm going to stand by.
Okay.
Sean Payton is an offensive genius. In the 2010s. The game is not played the same in the 2010s as it is now.
I still disagree. The offensive genius who couldn't get a solid running game behind the greatest, like one of the 5 greatest runs of quarterback play ever. The dude went 7-9 7 times. No offensive genius is doing that. When has Andy Reid gone on a streak of 7-9? When has Kyle Shanahan gone on a streak of 7-9? When has Sean McVay gone on a streak of 7-9? Sean Payton had one season where his team got really lucky because they were cheating and banked the rest of his career on that and the fact that Drew Brees is one of the 10 greatest quarterbacks to ever live. And also those 6 games with Teddy Bridgewater. But that was all Teddy. I'm giving Sean Payton no credit for Teddy Bridgewater moment.
Respect him.
I do respect Teddy. I don't respect Sean Payton. You can't make me respect Sean
Mission
Payton.
failed successfully, I think.
If Sean Payton has no haters, I am dead.
What will you do when Sean Payton comes to Minnesota and wins Minnesota a Super Bowl?
He won't. Because no one wins a Super Bowl in Minnesota.
I
mean, I'm not wrong. Real quick, I do want to throw this out there because I just saw this and I think that's really funny. The Vikings have been ranked 25th in the NFL's recent power rankings. You think there are 24 teams better than Minnesota currently? Because I can't name you I don't think you could name me 5 in the NFC who are better. I don't think you can. Bro's gonna try. I don't know if I want to deal with this bullshit today. Let's go. Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry. I will walk out of here with one, and I will not listen to an argument on one of these teams.
I'm intrigued.
The Rams.
Okay.
Seattle.
Yep. Yep.
I think those two are no arguments.
Absolutely.
See, this is where it gets tricky, because it's a bypass here. There's some teams I like more than them because of quarterback play. But then there's the other side of the ball. If I don't like them as much as the Vikings, because the Vikings have better everything else. But what's quarterback play really going to look like?
Well, it's Kyler Murray, who is, the 5th best quarterback at lowest in the NFC?
I'm going to say the Panthers. You can disagree with me on the Panthers. I think
Vikings O-line, D-line, corners, linebackers, running backs, receivers, and QBs are better. The Panthers have J.C. Horn and then nobody. I will be slandering whoever's on that team. I don't care.
ESPN updated this.
Yes.
Yes, they have. Mike Jackson's a number 2 corner. Never mind.
Yeah, dog.
Never mind. I thought they had a better number 2. I like the Panthers more. You and I can agree to disagree there. I love the Panthers. I liked the Panthers last year.
Fair.
I'm gonna take the Eagles as of now.
Fair, I guess.
But you understand why I'm saying as of now.
Yeah.
What happens with AJ Brown actually?
And does their O-line stay as bad as it was last year? Because if those two things happen, that team's fucked.
There's a lot of question marks right there. See, Chicago's a team I'm in a really tough spot with.
Because Chicago just keeps getting worse?
Because there's the argument for Chicago, and then there's also but hey, that offense is good. What about that defense, though?
And also, the fun argument for Chicago, and the fun argument for the entire NFC North, is that everybody has to remember the dog shit Vikings of last season were 1 kick return away from winning the division.
Yeah.
That kick return that Chicago had to get them a field goal before the end of that game. If Chicago doesn't get that, the Vikings win the division. And nobody cares.
That's why it's,
That makes the division argument really interesting. Because did Green Bay beat us once?
I think so. I'm looking.
I got to double check.
Yes.
Okay. But still, 4-2 in that division. And while we're supposed to be the worst we're going to be.
That division's a shit show because I could argue all 3 teams being better than them. I could also argue all 3 teams being worse than the Vikings. Easily.
My point was, can you name me 5 teams who are definitively better? And the answer is no. Because it's the Rams and Seahawks and everyone else is an argument.
I think the Eagles aren't an argument because I don't think we can rely on the shit show of last year's play calling from them.
No, but we can rely on... I mean, there's the argument of Jalen Hurts versus Kyler Murray. We know the Vikings are better coached. We know that.
Yeah, I've never argued coach.
Yeah,
I will
no,
very
but, like,
easily argue the personnel around that team outside of receiver.
but it gets, I was going to say, it just gets interesting, especially because the Eagles lost a lot of defensive starters.
Yeah, said it's
And,
interesting.
right. That's what I mean. There's an argument for the Eagles. The only two I'm giving you are Seattle and LA. Like,
No, and you
those are,
can't
they're
argue that.
definitively better. Sure, could Minnesota beat them in a game? Absolutely. That's how football works. But are they, like, as we sit here today, are they a better football team? Undoubtedly.
If anyone tries to say otherwise, I would take their football knowledge code away. You
Fair.
don't know ball. Okay, cool. The Seahawks lost K9. They'll
Kobe
live.
Bryant more important.
They will live without Kenneth Walker.
I mean, they might get a lot worse offensively because Charbonnet is not that good.
I think they're going to draft somebody good and live.
They have to.
I think if the Seahawks are going to take a fall, it's because Clint Kubiak's not there, not because K9's not there.
You know what? That's fair. That's real.
I think Kubiak's going to be the biggest factor of that than anything. Anyways, you want to talk WBC?
Sure. Guess who lost?
USA.
I do want to say, I think it's very funny. I know you want to talk about Aaron Judge. And bottom of the 8th inning, what does Aaron Judge do?
Strikeout.
Gets called out on strikes. Bro didn't even swing. He didn't Mike Trout it, which you can respect.
Yeah, I respect.
He just looked at it.
All right.
I do really quick want to say, shout out to Venezuela winning their first ever World Baseball Classic, becoming only the 4th ever team to do it, because only the U.S., Japan, and the Dominican Republic had ever won before. So shout out that. Also, shout out to the MVP. I don't think he got it, but he absolutely should have. The MVP of Team Venezuela, Ezequiel Tovar. Like, actually was the best player on that team throughout the entire World Baseball Classic. So, shout out him. He batted almost 500 throughout the entire World Baseball Classic as the starting shortstop for the team that won it all. Yep. So, the Rockies have a real one.
He was...
I did...
He was not named MVP of the Classic. He did, however, make the all-tournament team.
Yeah.
Only Rocky to do it.
Yep. Only Rocky ever to do it. But yeah, Tovey was huge for them. I find it very interesting that the U.S. can't win ever. Though, shout out to Bryce Harper, who played like shit all tournament long, and then bottom of the 8th inning decides, I'm still the most clutch player in baseball. Have you forgotten? And hits a game-tying home run that then gets fucked up because, well, you know, the U.S.'s pitching is certainly a thing that exists.
So, I know a big controversy is Mason Miller not pitching in the game.
Which he should have. He's the best pitcher on Team USA.
Came out why?
Oh, yeah, why?
The Padres.
Lame.
The Padres said the only way they would let him pitch in that game was if it is a save situation.
And it was?
It was not. It wouldn't. It was not.
Oh, because it was a tie game. You're so right.
That's why they wouldn't. That's why he
stupid.
couldn't pitch. Do you know what everyone said? Okay, I'm sorry, but that situation in a save is the same thing. Please let him pitch, or don't send him and give us that guy who's just gonna sit there when we can't use him. You're a week from season.
Yeah.
He's not gonna get hurt. If you're willing to let him pitch in a save, let him pitch in a game in this situation. Yeah, it is aggravating.
Very. Yeah, I do feel for Aaron Judge because, like, he is undoubtedly one of the greatest to ever do it. Like, there's no argument there. but in every sport, being labeled a choker sucks, right? But I don't think there's a sport where that's worse than baseball. In
Yes.
every other sport, you get more opportunity to try to change that label. You know, you can change that label in basketball in one game. You can't do that in baseball. And, you know, you just don't get the opportunities and the same type of playoff runs as you do in any other sport to change that. Even if the Yankees win a World Series this year, unless Aaron Judge has a 2009 playoff Alex Rodriguez type run, it's not going to change anything for him. And it does feel bad because, like, in general, Aaron Judge seems to be just a great athlete and a good dude and whatever.
Yes.
But he is probably never going to outrun the choker allegations.
Yeah.
Which is rough because, like, Aaron Judge is really fun to watch. But also, there is not a superstar in the sport I'd trust less in the bottom of the ninth inning.
I hate this comparison, but it's a good comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge, when it matters, feels like Josh Allen.
No, I disagree. Because Josh Allen, when it matters, outside of last year against the Broncos, but even then, he played an overall decent game. He had a few turnovers, right?
But I think it's as much
every other year before that, it was always he would play great and his team wouldn't. Like, how many times did Josh Allen give the Bills the lead with 2 minutes left in the game and somehow they lose? That's not on Josh. Like, shit, the Chiefs game. He gave them the lead with 13 seconds left. You can't expect your defense to make one stop. Like, come on. Where Aaron Judge is actively, he plays bad in the big moments. That's the difference.
But I want to highlight something about Judge's performance, though. Do you know what he batted in elimination games this year in the WBC?
Wasn't it like 2 for 11?
He was 2 for 11 with 6 strikeouts.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you put me up there, I could at least get one hit in those 11. I couldn't. I'm just trying to buy my own hype.
Valid.
But it was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, Judge is a problem. But it also just feels like, genuinely, when it comes to all of this, the U.S. doesn't have the same level of care that every other country does. This means more to everyone else for some reason.
Do you know what I almost wonder? I wonder how much of it is care versus the U.S. has big-ass name players. How much are the teams restricting the players?
But these other countries have big name players. The Rockies didn't restrict Ezekiel Tovar. He's our best player.
Yeah,
the Dodgers don't restrict Shohei or Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Like, why are we only restricting U.S.-born players?
That's
Tatis
why.
wasn't restricted.
That's why I'm
like it's weird.
But you see my point. Like, I only heard of one guy so far in this entire WBC who had restrictions, and it was the guy who could have made a break us winning tonight.
Well, there were actually two, because Tariq Skubal could have pitched. Though that one I understand a bit more.
What was Skubal's thing?
He elected to only pitch one game in the World Baseball Classic.
No.
Because he's on a one-year deal and has already had Tommy John surgery on his elbow, and he's the best pitcher in the world. That is an entire, I'm protecting myself, and I can understand that. If you're already under contract for a decade, you should play, and I don't care. But when you haven't gotten your money yet...
Because did he end up playing in a game?
Yeah, he pitched one game. But he could have pitched tonight, and that's why people are upset.
I think I might have, and I could be just making this up. I think I saw a tweet that said they would pitch him in an extreme situation. But that would be the only situation.
Fair.
And I think the coaches, But I think for some reason, and we almost see this too when we get to the Olympics in basketball, where teams get so scared, especially with U.S. players, for some reason, about them playing. Or the players get worried.
Right.
Like, I get last year we didn't see that. Of people, like last year we had all these guys show up and play in the U.S. Olympics. 2028, I don't think we'll see that again. We'll get back to the stretches where we have our one superstar who always does it. And
It's going to be Ant, by the way.
It probably.
It's just the I play basketball guy.
Yeah. Like, it's going to be Ant. I'm pretty sure Tyrese is going to come back if he's healthy.
I think there's a world where the U.S. for basketball does different. I'm so intrigued at how we're going to do the Olympics for baseball, though. Because that's in the middle of the season.
I wonder if they're going to just do the same approach.
Yeah, because that'll be in like June, July, August, which is an interesting time.
I feel like we're just going to have a select team that we send.
Or it's just going to be like young guys for some reason,
Young developmental guys.
Which is then going to do the thing where the U.S. just looks bad on the world stage again.
Hey, so do you know what that does? The last time we saw this happen, where the U.S. sent developmental guys just to go play. Do you know what happened last time? The pros said, fuck this, and we got the dream team.
That's true.
Just saying. We could see Paul Skeens in Olympic. I'm kidding. Paul Skeens will not sacrifice quality baseball time for this in the season.
Right.
Hey, do you know who could play, though? You're going to laugh. You're going to laugh and then say you're not wrong, though. Do you know who I trust to say, you know what, it's June, July, we're in the Olympics, to go play baseball for Team USA?
Aaron Judge?
No. This guy would be much better for us.
Okay.
Anthony Edwards. He'll do both.
I don't know if Ant could play baseball.
Send Ant, send Kyler Murray. We have options. Let football guys play. Let football guys who play baseball that's not named Russell Wilson go play for us.
The NFL won't let them.
No, hell no, they won't.
I did just see a picture of Aaron Judge and then the clip from Harry Potter of Harry Potter yelling at Snape, "How dare you stand where he stood?" And then it shows Mike Trout. And I love that picture. How dare you stand where he stood?
Yeah, because here's the difference. Judge failed horrifically. Trout didn't win us the game, but goddamn did we feel comfortable with the game in his hands.
Also, just I think, important thing to bring up is we can look at Trout's stats in the World Baseball Classic.
Trout played really well in the baseball class.
Yeah. Like, I get he didn't get, the big play. That's the other thing. Who did Trout have at the end of his World Baseball Classic? Oh, Shohei Ohtani, the greatest player to ever walk the face of the earth.
God, I still get goosebumps thinking about that moment.
Yeah.
I'm not even a baseball guy and I get goosebumps.
Can you tell me what you know about Daniel Palencia, the pitcher for the Cubs, who was the closer tonight for Team Venezuela? And even outside of him, I can't remember who. So the other option is Andres Machado, who plays for the Washington Nationals. That was the final two guys for Aaron Judge.
I'm going to say this respectfully. I'm not a baseball guy. Respectfully, who the fuck are they?
Right. Danny Palencia is better, but still. this is like Mike Trout had what? I don't actually get to see all of his numbers for this, but he batted 296, whereas Aaron Judge batted 222. Mike Trout was Captain America. Aaron Judge is the cheap knockoff. We have Captain America at home. And that makes me sad because I want to like Aaron Judge.
Mike Trout is Chris Evans. Aaron Judge is whatever Walker's first name is. John Walker.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That is not what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
I was going to be mad. I thought you were going to say Sam Wilson, and I was going to be mad.
No.
Sam's the GOAT.
I like Sam. Sam's whoever we get the next cycle, who's going to be good for Captain America.
Jordan Beck.
No, that's the wrong Rocky.
Brenton Doyle will be in his 30s by then.
That's not who I'm thinking.
Who are you thinking?
Ethan Holiday.
I mean, maybe, but I like Jordan Beck more. It's funnier. Give me Mike Honcho as Captain America. I go, God, I want to buy a Jordan Beck jersey.
So I think, who else is a prime Captain America?
Well, it's not just, it's somebody, you need somebody who's like a superstar now, but will be or building to.
Why can't I'm getting there.
I'm trying to think of who, because it can't be somebody that's too old. I mean, it might just be Bobby Witt Jr., if we're honest.
Gunner, wait, it could be Gunner.
It won't be. Bobby Witt is the same position and younger and better already. That's why Gunner didn't play, like, at all in the WBC.
Which people are also mad about. He was batting .450 through the Baseball Classic.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think who else could. Nick Kurtz could be one, the first baseman for... I don't actually know where all these guys are from, so these are just guesses. And then it's also weird because, like, born in the U.S., but if you have other, like, different heritage, you can play for other countries anyways. So, like, it all gets a little weird.
Yeah.
But.
Schwab, I'm kidding, it's not going to be Schwarber.
I'm trying to think who could be fun. I don't know. My guess, though, would just be Bobby Witt Jr. because he's going to have been a guy who was already on the team and is the best player in the world at his position. And hopefully will be able to compete better with Ezekiel Tovar next time around. Probably not because Ezekiel Tovar the GOAT, but...
I'm a stand on Gunner.
That's crazy, but fair.
He's younger than Bobby. About a year. Bobby Witt's 25. Gunner's 24.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. I thought I was crazy when I said that. You have anything else you'd like to talk about, my friend?
I don't think so.
Anyways, that does it here at Sports at Sunrise. We hope you have an outstanding day, and bye!